Hello everyone, you're Radar Contact and welcome to another VASaviation video. As per the hundreds of requests that I have received via social media and my email, I have decided to make this video showing the facts that we know about this tragedy. We'll go through the official preliminary reports up to date. We'll go through some of the Boeing 737 MAX characteristics and performance aspects. Be advised, this video is intended to provide some information and I'll try not to speculate and wait for the investigators to release official information. This is the first report that Ethiopian Airlines released shortly after the accident. Ethiopian Airlines regrets to confirm that its flight Ethiopian 302 on the 10th March in scheduled service from Addis Ababa to Nairobi was involved in an accident today around Bishoftu. The aircraft Boeing 737-800 MAX with registration number Echo Tango Alpha Victor Juliet took off at 8:38 a.m. local time from Addis Ababa Bole International Airport and lost contact at 8:44 a.m. that is 6 minutes after departure. At this time, search and rescue operations are in progress and we have no confirmed information about survivors or any possible casualties. Ethiopian Airlines staff will be sent to the accident scene and will do everything possible to assist the emergency services. It is believed that there were 149 passengers and 8 crew on board the flight, but we are currently confirming the details of the passenger manifest for the flight. Ethiopian Airlines is establishing a passenger information center and telephone number will be available shortly for family or friends of those who may have been on flight Ethiopian 302. A couple hours later, the passenger manifest was released showing the nationalities of those on board the aircraft. There was good weather at the time of the accident with no significant clouds around the airport. Here you can see the most recent weather reports of the Addis Ababa International Airport, which just show a slight wind component, more than 10 kilometers of visibility, and a layer of few clouds at 2,500 feet. Temperature was 18 and atmospheric pressure was 1029 hectopascals. Let's take a look at the flight track from the web Flight Radar 24 and the data they recorded. I find important to know that Flight Radar 24 is a web that records flight information from different ADS-B receivers located on the ground that have limited capabilities and coverage. Although Flight Radar 24 shows the last position at 8,600 feet and still climbing, that doesn't mean that is the last known position of the aircraft for air traffic controllers, but that is the position that the Flight Radar 24 receiver lost signal of the aircraft. Also, due to the lack of receivers in this area, I don't find this information very accurate and reliable, but can give us an idea of what happened. We can see Ethiopian 302 departing runway 07 right to the south, presumably on the Shala departure. And according to the charts, there's only significant high terrain to the north and to the southeast of the airport. Those numbers on the chart represent the elevation of the highest point in feet. The vertical profile of the flight shows that the aircraft stopped the climb, even a slight 500 feet descent is displayed, and increased the speed during like a minute before climbing up again. This is the data that I have been able to download from the web. At a point of 8,600 feet and 383 knots of ground speed, the signal is lost for the receiver and the aircraft disappears from Flight Radar 24. Like I said on my social media, the first thing I thought when I first read the news about this accident was Lion Air 610 crash in Indonesia a few months back. Very similar situations, being a Boeing 737 MAX and right after takeoff. The Boeing 737 MAX is a modified version of the historic Boeing 737 with bigger engines, therefore bigger cowlings, bigger and modified landing gear. The thing is, one of those modifications was creating more lift, therefore the nose of the aircraft tended to pitch up. So Boeing designed a system to counteract that pitch up attitude, taking control of the aircraft and having the nose pitched down. Different criteria must be met, like flaps must be up, the autopilot must be disconnected, and the critical angle of attack is about to be reached. This system is called MCAS and is what caused Lion Air to crash in Indonesia. I'm not saying this system is what has caused this accident at all, but it's what I first thought when I read about this. The sensors, which tell the MCAS to take control of the aircraft, might fail or get blocked, and if you are at low altitude, the system will start to nose dive and no possible action can be taken by the pilots. At this time, I'm making this video a few hours after the crash. I'm constantly refreshing the web, waiting so bad for the investigators to release preliminary report to find out what caused this tragedy, and hopefully it won't occur ever again. On behalf of VASaviation and all the viewers of this aviation page, I show my deepest condolences to families and friends of those who perished in this accident.